Good morning. This is Robin Hood Artisans. Name here is Bob. Of course, I think you've gathered that by now. It's not Robin Hood. I've got a lot of new products I'm going to use today. One of them is this Fine, black and white Fine. It's a bar of soap and a puck of soap. And what I did is I put that already into my stainless steel lathering cup, and I put some water in there, and I'm going to let it bloom a little bit. Smells nice. We'll see how good it is. And along with that, I got a new brush. This is the Dscosmetic brush. It's called Sinatra Lennon, whoever that happens to be. I thought when I got it that it was a synthetic brush, but the box says that it's a high quality badger brush. And I say it's at least a 26, 28 millimeter. It's a big brush. I got that soaking right now. And so we're going to use that with the soap. I'm going to let the soap bloom a little bit. But while that's doing that, the razor I'm going to use is the Piccolo. No, wait a minute, hang on. Yeah, it's a Piccolo safety razor by FATIP. FATIP. It's an open comb. It's a heavier razor, and I've already had the razor blade in. This Rockwell blazer. I've used Rockwell was their blade 3 times already. I've used it, and there's very little overhang with this razor. I was surprised. I've used it before. It's a very nice razor. All right. Let me come back in a few minutes and we'll continue on. I want that soap to bloom a little bit more, and then we'll start with washing my face with my big ass bar of soap here. That's what they call it. Okay? And then we'll put the bloom on, and then we'll see how this soap lathers. So I'll be back in a few minutes. As Arnold Schwarzenegger would say, I'm back. So let me get most of the water out of this. We can always add more water into it later. See how this functions, and let's start lathering this this soap up with the bloom in it and see how it does. I'm going to empty this other one out. This is what I had my brush soaking in, and this is what we're going to put the brush in once we start getting some lather up on this. And I can tell you right away it's going to be pretty good because it's lathering already as I'm spilling it all over. Let me put some of this, pour some of this blooming fluid out of here. There we go. I got that in here now. Now let's just start to... Boy, this is nice. Really lathering up nicely. I probably could use a bigger bowl. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this soap. I'll get another bowl here. I have another bowl right here, and I'm going to put some water in there to kind of keep it warm. I just want to get the tips with soap on it. Okay. Oops. There goes my razor, or my brush rather. Let's continue on here. Everything's slippery. I have too many containers out. All right. This is kind of a lot of air in that. You can see that. So now we're going to put it in this other one here. Put it in this one here. I want to get the bubbles out. It's making the lather, or creating the lather, is a delicate balance between having enough soap and enough water, but you don't want a lot of bubbles in it. I can always add more water, but right now it's looking pretty good. Look at that. Nice smell to it. It's not overpowering. I want to get a little bit more lather and get those bubbles out. Nice and creamy. All right, it's looking good. Look at that. Whew. Smells good. All right, let's wash the face and let's get this show on the road. I've got about, 2, maybe 3, 2.5 days of growth of whiskers. Let's see how we do here. I'm going to take this bloom now, pour some of it in my hands. Just to soften the whiskers a little, because that is an aggressive razor. All right, let's see how we do here. That's a big brush. Almost need two hands to hold it. Want to work it in, soften up the whiskers, add some slipperiness to it. This is nice soap. It's really just very luxurious soap. I like it so far. I know one thing, I don't have to put any more soap on. All right. Let's start. Wash the hands off a little bit. I'm going to heat the razor and see how we do. Short strokes. So far, so good. When you first use a open comb razor like this one, right here, you want to make sure you take short strokes. You don't want to be in a rush. Very audible. All right. Go on to pass number 2. Wet the face again. I got some bloom left in the bowl, so let me put that on. Can't see it. When you do that, it adds a significant amount of slippiness to it, depending on the soap. definitely I can feel the water in there, which I like more water. I like it more fluid, liquid, let's say, on the second and third pass. I'll tell you one thing, you will have no problems lathering up this soap by fine. This brush just feels so smooth. All right. Pass number 2. Let the brush or the razor do the work. Don't press on it. Very nice. The more you use a open comb razor, probably like any razor, the better you become with it. A little different technique than a closed comb, because they are usually more aggressive. And you can feel the blade for sure. Feel the blade. Why do I stick my fingers in my mouth every time I'm talking? Okay. Real short strokes around here. Take your time. I'll tell you I can stop right now at the end of the second pass, and that would be fine. All right, we're going to do one more pass. We're going to do the upstroke this time. And since I have my big ass bar of soap here, they call it, might as well use it. And I got some bloom left in the container here, so I'm going to use that. And it's really getting smooth, ridiculously smooth, which is a good thing. All right, look at the lather I've got in this bowl yet. Look at that, how thick that is. Beautiful soap. Oh my goodness. Of course I have a few nicks, that's to be expected, I guess. Most of the time when I get nicks, it's because I keep going over the same area over and over and over again, and the skin says enough. I'll teach you. Look at that. Beautiful. It just feels so good. I just don't want to stop shaving when I feel that. It is the creamiest soap I've used in a long time. Look at that, beautiful. God, it feels good. There's enough in here for about another 5 shaves, at least. All right. This is the last pass. We'll go against the grain on this one. Just very gently holding the razor. Now I put my hands on here, the fingers, to feel it. If there's any whiskers that I missed. The trick with this fat tip open comb razor is just to barely hold it and to let the weight of the razor and the blade do the cutting. All right. You can hear it, hear the razor blade, the feedback. All right. Boy, that's nice. One more to wrap it up around the neck area. All right. I'm sure you have enough soap in here. Look at that. Wow. It's a real pleasant smell, but it's not overpowering. I think the lather creaminess and effectiveness, I'd say, is around 8 or 9 out of 10. And the smell is maybe 4 or 5, which is okay. You always want the lather to be very effective and slippery. And the smell, or yeah, the smell or the scent to be secondary. Some of them are both great in the 9 areas, but this is fine. This is the way it is. Would I buy this again? Oh, you bet. I love this soap. Definitely worth trying. And I don't know why I did the whole face again. I only wanted to do the throat area, the neck area. But it is what it is. Okay, here we go. Final pass. It's just slippery as could be. Give it the once over with my fingers. I always have a little patch of hair in here that's a little more difficult, but it's doing fine now. It's almost all gone. On this pass, what I'm doing is I'm holding not the razor blade like that. I'm holding it more so that the polished surface here is almost flush with the face. When I first got this razor, I thought it was too aggressive for me. This is the 3rd time I've shaved with it, and I'll tell you something. I really like this razor now. God, it's a nice shave, very close. And this is the third use of this blade, this Rockwell blade. All right, good enough. All right, let me get my rag here. Rag. My washcloth, put some cold water on it. Rinse the soap off and see how we did. Oh, yeah. How I get it in my ears and behind my ears and everywhere else, I have no idea. All right, I'm going to use my, yeah, what did I do with it? I didn't take it out. Hang on a second. A couple of areas here I'm going to fix here. And that's only because I kept going over it all the time. The rest of it's pretty good. I'm not going to worry about that. All right. What I'm going to use now, I'm going to use some Humphreys. It's got witch hazel in it. Oh, it feels good. Sometimes I notice, like in the wintertime, it's getting, you see, it's the almost the last day here or two of October. I think it's like the 30th, 29th or 30th of October. Your skin starts to real get dry, and what happens, like on me, certain patches. I'll get a patch right here on the eye, or on the eyebrow, and a patch right here, and I say, what the hell's with that? So what I found to put on it is I use this Neutrogena body oil, light sesame formula, right there, and I can highly recommend it. I just take a little bit, I'll put it on my finger. Got a nice smell to it too. And then I just rub it in like the eyebrow, or in here if it gets real flaky, your skin dries out, or right in here. So it's something to consider. If you get dry spots in your face, it's a little bit of the area, this is great stuff to put on. I'll put a link down below. All right, let's continue on here. The fine platinum classic shaving soap is what I use. And what I'm going to use now is the fine platinum classic aftershave lotions. Comes in a nice black and white box like this. I keep all the boxes for some reason. And this is what the bottle looks like. And I'll tell you something, this really smells nice. You're not going to find this in any drugstore or big box store. Oh, there's alcohol in it. It burns a little bit. Oh, is it nice? Oh, yes. This shave that was so smooth, I can't believe it. Even when I push against the grain, the open comb and that razor, actually a perfect combination. But this is the fine, same thing as the soap. I bought them together. And I'm going to use a aftershave, post-shave balm, they call it, by Novena Men for maximum hydration. Now this hasn't got a lot of smell to it, a little bit, but I wanted something neutral to allow the aftershave lotion to permeate my skin in the air, basically. Oh. Wow. Oh, you're going to love that razor. Oh. Okay. Let's recap. Let's go backwards the other way. I use the Hydration Moisturizing Post-Shaving Balm by Novena. Novena? Novia. I'll get it right. Novia. Looks like that. This has got the blue top. There's another one that has the light blue top. That's more of a mentholated one. I've got that one too. The aftershave lotion I use was the fine aftershave lotion. This is wonderful. I wish you could smell it. It's totally different. You're gonna love this. And that comes in a box which looks like that. And let's see, it says a favor of traditional wet shavers. The classic aftershave is elegantly formulated, a throwback to a time before men's shaving was refashioned into dermatology. That's so true. Apply liberal for our remarkable aftershave sensation that delightfully exceeds the sum of its parts. Oh my God, what a description that is. Wonderful, you'll love this. All right, if you have the little spots that are flaking because of the moisture or the lack of moisture, or because of the lack of, well, you know, this time of the year, the dryness, I would suggest try something like this. It just works great. The soap I used was the fine classic shaving soap, the platinum edition. I don't know if they have other editions, but they just called it the platinum. That comes in a box that looks like that. So the two boxes together look really nice on your shelf. The razor that I used, or the razor brush, not the razor, but the razor I used was from Dscosmetic. It's a shaving brush, and this was a really, really nice, very soft badger brush razor, according to the instructions. Although it still looks like, it is so soft, it just feels like a synthetic brush. But that's what this looks like. All right, the soap I have still in a puck. There's a lot of lather left on it. The razor I used was the FATIP Italian razor, very nice razor, and I used it with a Rockwell blade. All right, the water is straight from Lake Michigan. What can I tell you? The soap I used was a big ass brick of soap to pre-soften the whiskers, and that's about it. And I hope you've enjoyed watching this. And if you used any of these products, I really would like to see what your opinion is, what you think of them. But I'll tell you something. It's one hell of a smooth shave that I've got, and I'm really glad all the bleeding stopped. I'm really glad I used that fat tip razor, and I'll be using it more because of the fact is I know how to use it now and with what soap. Thanks for stopping in. Remember, no road rage. Enjoy each and every day and be nice to each other.